everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do a video on my skincare routine. So I'm going to talk to you guys about my current daytime skincare routine as well as my nighttime. So I want to mention that obviously my skin is bare, so I thought it was suitable for this video to embrace my skin and represent that I love not wearing makeup just as much as I love wearing actual makeup as well. So I think it is important to let your skin breathe. I also want to note that these products that I will be talking about work for me. They work for my skin type, and for reference, my skin type is normal, a little bit oily on my nose, but overall it's a pretty normal skin type. I used to be extremely oily, but that was before I started taking care of my skin. So once you do start taking care of your skin and take time and effort into taking care of it, I found that my skin just came to a normal state without being too dry or too oily. So do keep that in mind that these products work for me. They are great recommendations. As well as I want you to note that I don't always use these products. So I'm not a type of person who buys the same product all the time. So if there's a new one on the market and I want to try it, I'll be definitely purchasing it. Or if there's an old one that I hear great things about, I'll definitely be purchasing that as well and trying it out for myself. So I'm not a person that has one item that I strictly go to all the time and buy bottles and bottles of it. That isn't me. I like retrying things, and I like finding new discoveries within the skincare world. So do keep that in mind when I am going through everything. There's 2 products in here that I repurchase all the time. So I will mention which ones those are when I am going through. So if you want to see what my daytime and nighttime skincare routine is, then go ahead and keep on watching. So I'm going to jump right in here. I'm going to tell you guys exactly what I use to remove my makeup. So say I have a full face of makeup on, I'm going to use something to take off the first layer of makeup before I do go in and cleanse my face. So I have 3 options here. I have the Bioderma Sensi Bio H2O. I have talked about this numerous times. It's just a micellar water that I put on like a Shiseido cotton pad and wipe off my makeup. Normally I use this more so just for my eyes, and I use like the other 2 products I'm going to mention more so for my face. So this is really gentle for the eyes, and it takes everything off really easily. The next product that I live for, and this is a product that I repurchase all the time. So one of the 2 products that I did mention, this is the Clinique's Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm. So as you can see here, I have hit the bottom, but it does have no scent. So it's great for someone who has sensitive skin, as well as for someone who wears a lot of makeup, just because it takes it off so easily with just a little bit of the product. So it is like a cleansing oil, but it's a cleansing balm. So I just take a little scoop and I rub it in between my fingers and make it more of like an oil texture opposed to a balm. And then I just rub it in circular motions across my face to make sure it breaks up all the makeup that is on my face. So it does really take the product off well. A little bit goes a long way, and it isn't too high of a price point. So I will link all these products down below so you can check them out with a link directly to where you can purchase them. The next product is the Kirkland makeup wipes. So I do use these often as well. I probably wouldn't repurchase them just because, like I said, I like trying new products all the time. So I'll definitely be trying like new makeup wipes that are on the market. These ones really are wet, so I like a makeup wipe that's really wet and not like a dry one. So it's going to really use one makeup wipe to take the whole face off, and that's what these offer. So they are a really good makeup wipe. If you have sensitive skin, I probably wouldn't recommend them just because they are a little bit dry and a little bit harsh, like a tingling feeling. So the next 2 products that I have here are cleansers. So after I do take the first layer of my makeup off, I do go in with a cleanser. I constantly use my Clarisonic, the Mia. So this is one that I use every morning and every single night. I have had this for about 3 years now, and it's worked perfectly. It is just the Mia than one, just because at the end of the night when I want to be taking my makeup off, or in the morning if I'm going to work, school, whatever it may be, I don't want to be sitting there for a really long time fussing with speeds. So I find the Mia one really works well for me. I only need 1 speed. I live by that, I swear by that, and as soon as it dies, I'll be running out and getting a new one because it is phenomenal. And something that I notice if I stop using it for say like 2 days or something, I notice a little bit of buildup on my skin. Probably for one, my skin's really used to the Clarisonic and getting exfoliated every day, as well as my pores get built up of gunk if I'm not using the Clarisonic. So that is something to keep in mind, but it's something that you have to keep up with. So you can either use it like once or twice a week as an exfoliant, or you can use it every single morning, every single night like I do. It depends on your personal preference. I have 2 cleansers here. So this is the second product that I always repurchase. The CeraVe Foaming Cleanser. It's for normal to oily skin. It's just a really nice cleanser that is made and recommended by a dermatologist. So it's really gentle and good for sensitive skin, as well as it gets the job done really well. So I have been using for the past month all my little minis, the little mini samples, or 100-point perks, or whatever that you do get from like Sephora or wherever you buy cosmetics. So I have been using up those for the past month. I have noticed, like, I have loved a few of them, and I've hated a few of the little cleansers as well. But right after I was finished all of those little minis, I ran out and got this. So it is a go-to cleanser for me, something I'd recommend for everyone. And CeraVe offers a cleanser that is good for everyone's skin as well. So something for dry, something for really oily, as well as this one for normal skin. So there is something for everyone. This cleanser I have is the Neostrata Oil-Free Gentle Gel Cleanser. So this one is more so used once a week for me, just because it helps with buildup in pores, helps with blackheads, as well as it helps with blemish control. It does have salicylic acid in it, so it is a little bit harsher. That is why I don't use it every single day. But again, I use both of these on my Clarisonic, so either way, they do really foam up and get in the pore area and clean it out. But with that being said, it is a little bit drying. So for someone who has acne-prone skin, this is an amazing cleanser, as well as their toner. So this is the Neostrata. So make sure you get the toner if you have acne-prone skin. It's a really good recommendation. But I use this specifically just for cleaning up my pores. And if I feel that my skin's a little bit blemish prone like that week, or I'm a little bit oily, or whatever it may be, I definitely go in with this. So I find that it really just cleans everything up and works well. So again, if you have acne prone skin or just need a little pore cleaner once a week, this is a good option. So next I go in with a toner. So I find toners are underestimated because not everyone uses a toner, but I find that a toner is so crucial in a skincare routine that everyone should be using a toner, whether you're dry, you're oily, or your normal skin. Your pores still need to be closed after you wash your face, because the heat expands and opens your pores. So by closing the pores with something like a toner, it really closes them so no dirt, oil, or makeup gets in those pores and causes any blemishes or blackheads. As well as if you wash your face, it takes the oil and the pH balance off of your skin, the natural oils. So when you are putting a toner on, it's rebalancing that skin layer. So it is very important. Personally, I also like it because I find that it helps with blemish control, because it has a little bit of that alcohol and a little bit of that bacteria killer in it. So I would recommend a toner for absolutely everyone. Make sure you are using one right after you do use your cleanser. So the toners that I currently use are the Michael Todd Cranberry Antioxidant Toner. So this one is a hydrating toner as well as an anti-age toner. I really like this one. It is organic, really good for your skin. Currently in Canada, you can only get this online from michaeltodd.com, but I will link it down below for you to check out. It's a really affordable price point. They always have promotions and deals going on as well, but it's 250 milliliters, and this has lasted me a very long time. So a really good recommendation. I'm almost out of it here, so I'll definitely have to pick another one up, but a toner is crucial. I find with a toner that you can go like on the cheaper end of the spectrum. You don't need something that's super expensive and super high end. I've seen toners go from anywhere from $100 to $5. So I think as long as you are using a toner that is made for your skin type, then any toner, low or high, should work. Next, I have another toner. So this is the Rose Water Balancing Water. This is by Julique. I did recently haul this in one of my Sephora hauls, and I did say that basically I bought it because of the scent. So it is quite expensive. It smells like roses. It smells phenomenal. I also love that it's a spray formula. So I love that it's so convenient and you don't have to use a cotton pad. So with the Michael Todd one, you do have to put it on a cotton pad and then just do circles across, one thin layer of circles across your face. But with something like a spray toner, you can just go and be done. So it's really convenient and easy. I normally find myself putting these two together for like a little bit of an extra toner. This one has a little bit more of that burning, kind of like tingly feeling that I look for in a toner, just to make sure that it's like, I find that that's reassuring to me, that I find that it's working and that it's closing those pores. So I really like that alcohol base. But with that being said, I do spray this on top as well, just because, again, I love the scent. I love the way it works. I have not noticed a difference in my skin with this just yet, but this is a new skincare product in my routine. So I will keep you guys updated if I find that this is worth the $47 that I did pay. Okay, so this is where the skincare routine kind of changes up a bit. All of those products that I did say, so the cleanse, the tone, and the taking the makeup off routine is the same for morning and night. So when I move into serums is when my skincare changes morning to night. I use an anti-age serum at night, and I use a hydrating one in the morning. So normally that is how I do my routine, is hydrating in the morning and anti-age at night. It is proven that anti-age works more so at night when the cells are turning over. I also want you to recognize that anti-age is good to start at any age. Many people look at me and they're like, why are you using anti-age? I'm using it more of a preventative measure opposed to fixing what I have. I would rather prevent it now than I would fix it in the later years. So it's definitely something to keep an eye on, and that because our skin is changing so much more than it used to many years ago, that is a huge thing to look into. So with that being said, I use two serums. They are ironically both from Clarins. I really do like Clarins serums, but it's not on purpose. Like I said, I change it up all the time. So this one is the day one. It is the Hydra Quench, the Bioface Serum. So it is something you have to shake up a little bit because it is Bioface, one oil, and then the other part is the product. So I use this in the morning, and always with serums, I do a few pumps on my hand and then I press it into my face. And make sure I press it in opposed to rubbing, just so that it penetrates a lot deeper. It's also important to note that you cannot be using a serum by itself. So serum always needs to be sealed with a moisturizer. A serum is a treatment. It is not something that can be used by itself. So you can use a moisturizer by itself, but you cannot be using a serum by itself. So that is really important to know. So again, hydration in the morning, and then anti-age at night. So this one is the Shaping Facial Lift. This is, again, a new product by Clarins. It is something that's going to help like sculpt out the cheekbones, sculpt out the neck and the contour in the face, as well as help lift and firm. So again, I don't need a lot of lifting and firming, but it's more of a preventative measure than anything. I would also say that they do say you can use this morning or night. If you are a makeup wearer, I would say you cannot use this in the morning just because it is a thicker serum. It's a lot richer and something that won't penetrate into your skin as quickly as something like the hydration serum will. So make sure you're using something very thin in the morning and something a lot thicker and richer at night when your skin needs that and when the cells are turning over. Another product that I do have in my skincare routine is eye cream. With the last few products, like I said, I use the hydrating one in the morning and an anti-age one at night. So the hydrating one I use is the La Roche-Posay Hydra Phase Eye Cream. This is supposed to help with dark circles, hydration under the eyes, puffiness. It is a really nice eye cream, soaks in really quickly, and is a clear formula. So it's not going to be something thick that's going to cause like a buildup under your eyes. It's really thin and really good to put on before in the morning before you go in with your concealer, just because it lays it really nicely on a hydrating base. So again, La Roche-Posay Hydra Face Eye Cream. And the anti-age one I use is the Algenist. It's from Sephora. It's called the Complete Eye Renewal Balm. So with that being said, a balm can only be used at night or as a mask, because balms are so thick and rich that you shouldn't be using them in the morning. So again, use all your thicker and richer anti-age products at night and your hydration in the morning. It's normally what I recommend for everyone, just because you get the best bang for your buck for all of the money that you do put into your anti-age products, as well as hydration products are so much cheaper. So if at night is when the anti-age works, make sure you use it at night. And then in the morning, just throw in a moisturizer and a hydrating serum instead. Hydration moisturizer in the morning. This is by Lee Spatze, so it's the Hydra Force Moisturizer. It is really new and it's phenomenal. So it smells so good. I believe it is like mandarin essential oils in the product, so it smells phenomenal, very fresh and clean. Not something that's super fragrant, but something that smells nice. I find that with this moisturizer, after I do my whole skincare routine, that this moisturizer really soaks into the skin quickly. The last thing I want in the morning when I'm running to school, going to throw makeup on, going to work, whatever it may be, is a tacky moisturizer that won't soak into the skin. That is the very last thing I want. I don't want to be putting a foundation onto a moisturizer that's still there after 20 minutes. So I find that this is the best moisturizer I've found that soaks in so quickly. Again, link this down below because it is a Canadian brand and a Canadian product, but you can order it if you are elsewhere and not in Canada. So it is a really good moisturizer if you're looking for something that's really hydrating, but not super crazy expensive and a little bit goes a long way. This is definitely a good option. The next moisturizer I use is the Ideal Resource. This is the Fluid by Darphin. So Darphin is an amazing brand. I love their products. I have talked about their exfoliant before, so it's a microdermabrasion exfoliant that I live for, but again, it's $109, so not a super affordable brand, but something that works really, really nicely and is made in Paris. So this is more of an anti-age moisturizer that I put on after my serum. This is more so to help with like radiance, unevenness, fine lines, and prevention again. So with adding a serum and then sealing it on with a moisturizer, it really just adds that prevention effect and keeps all the products in so they penetrate deeper. So a really good moisturizer, probably something I wouldn't repurchase as it's just good. It's not something I love and I'm crazy about, but it's a good moisturizer that I'm just finishing up right now. So the next few skincare products I have are just little extras that I have in my skincare routine. I have been trying out lots of new products. I don't mention them all the time just because there's no point of putting them in if it's not something that I use all the time and I'm consistent with. So the first thing I'd like to mention is the Michael Todd Avocado and Mango Mask. This is phenomenal. It is a hydrating mask. So in the brutal weather of going up and down, my skin's acting a little bit crazy and a little bit dry. If you put a mask like this on, it instantly is like an instant effect of glow and hydration and a supple effect in your skin. This mask is unbelievable, something that I swear by, but it lasts so long that I haven't even had to buy another one quite yet. So it's an orange texture. It's a thick texture. And I just put a thick layer across my skin. I leave it on for 10-20 minutes. And like I said, when you take it off, you get that instant kind of glow back into your skin. I say that it lasts 18 months as well because it is an organic product, but I've had it for almost a year. So, and I've used it probably once a week or once every 2 weeks, and is really beneficial. So definitely a mask I'd recommend if you are in the market for a hydrating mask. I do have lots of other masks on the go, but right now that is my favorite and something that I use most often. The next product I have is a clearance. It's the Blemish Control. So it's a little tiny vial. It's a little tiny ball at the end too. So you just rub it on your blemish if you have one. I am fortunate enough not to have blemish prone skin. I rarely get them opposed to 1 week out of the month. So I do find that this really works. So if you find that you can feel a blemish coming on, I just plop this on, especially if you do it before you go to sleep. That blemish will be gone in the morning. So if you can handle a little bit of dryness to the skin, I would definitely recommend this. If you have super dry skin, I would stay away from this because it is an alcohol base. So it's going to dry up that bacteria and dry up that little area where you did put this. But if you do have an oily prone skin or a normal skin, I would highly suggest this if you are blemish prone, just because it's so easy to use and so quick. So a little tip in my skincare routine that really works for me. Last product that I do have here is the La Roche-Posay. This is the sunscreen. So this is in 60. I do recommend a sunscreen for everyone, wherever you are, if it's winter, if it's summer all the time, if it's hot, cold, dry, whatever it may be, always put on a sunscreen. I know it's hard to do. Even myself, I preach it and I suggest it, but sometimes it is hard to maintain. So I would just keep it next to your normal skincare products and put it on whenever you possibly can. It is something that will really help with anti-age prevention, as well as help with any darkness you may have on your skin and bring out the evenness back into your skin as well. Something that I should do a lot more than I actually do. So maybe I'll look into incorporate it more into my skincare routine, so I am reaping the benefits of what a sunscreen does offer. So that is all my skincare routine. That is morning and night. Again, I cleanse, I tone, I put a serum on, an eye cream, and then a moisturizer. So that is my 5 steps that I normally do. They do vary morning and night. So the morning I do hydration, anti-age at night. I also want to note that I don't find that you need to use a whole brand of products. So I've worked in the skincare industry for many years now, and I find that if you use a whole brand of product or use a bunch of different products from a bunch of different brands, it doesn't make a difference. I love branching out and trying different things and giving every brand a chance. So as you noticed here, not all my products are one brand. They're a little bit everywhere, from prestige to drugstore to online to high end. They're a little bit everywhere. So make sure you are picking your choices wisely and saving the money where you can. I believe an exfoliant is where you can save some money, as well as a toner. So make sure you watch out for those because they can get super expensive. But if you are looking to save a little bit of money, save on those two products. If you can splurge, definitely splurge on them as well, because they'll have a little bit more of the vitamins and antioxidants that your skin does need. But with that being said, that is everything I have to show you guys today. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you got a few recommendations. And like I said, make sure you look for all the products down below if you are interested in any of them, because they will all be listed. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.